Good morning. Good morning, nerds. How are you today? It is Tuesday, March 4th. It's Daredevil Day. Congratulations. Happy Daredevil Day to everyone who's going to be celebrating. It's also Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras. Tomorrow is Ash Wednesday, so get all that sin out of the way, guys. It's almost Lent for the Catholics that recognize it. Guess it makes sense that Daredevil would be coming out today. Matt Murdock is very, very Catholic, and that's something we're going to talk about today. There's not a lot going on. Not a lot going on because everyone is talking about Daredevil Born Again, as they should, because I've heard some amazing things. I'm still not getting streamers, but I'm hearing some amazing things. Do me a favor, hit the like button, give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more fun, nerdy content. If you want to help support the channel, that's the best way to do it. Share, leave a comment. My brother, Brett, my little brother, is dating someone, and she has a daughter named Malia who's just absolutely massively into makeup and special effects. She's getting ready to go to her first Comic-Con, and she's going to dress like Jax from Arcane. And he asked very nicely if I would say hi to her today. Apparently she's a big fan of the show and just loves what we're doing here. So hello, Malia. Good morning. And I hope you enjoy Comic-Con. I cannot wait to see your cosplay as Jax. Let's say hello to the chat. Tomby was first for the first time ever. Congratulations, Tomby. Congratulations, my friend. We have Omari. Good morning, Omari. Good morning, Tomby. Good morning, Omari. Born Again will be a distraction that Disney and Marvel want from Brave New World. Yeah. Good morning, Taco Cat. Good morning. Good morning, Fernando. Buenos dias. Fernando. Buenos dias, Maria. Good morning. Good morning, Music City Soul. Good morning. Good morning, the creative blue collar guy. Good morning, everybody. Again, it's going to be pretty chill. A chill short stream. We don't have a whole lot to really jaw about other than Daredevil Born Again. I do have a couple things. That I saved in my stories folder to talk about. So that's some stuff. Let's see what we got. Good morning, Deranged Lunatic. Good morning. Maria says, I'm Catholic, but no way I'm walking around with ash on my forehead. And I haven't done that since I was a kid. I did go to Catholic school in South City, St. Louis. I went to St. Boniface. That's right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's put this up here. So, some news on the Clayface movie that's in its early stages of production. The special effects MUA, Mike Marino from The Batman, The Penguin, and A Different Man. He will be the makeup artist on Clayface. Amazing news. That guy is incredible. My friend Brian that I showed you, we went to the con together or we met each other at the con this last weekend. We geek out about this guy. Brian and I would send each other pictures of Colin Farrell as Penguin and would just in awe of this man's work. Deranged Lunatic says, Danny, we have a blizzard warning in Kansas City today. How about you? It's cold. I don't think we have a blizzard warning, but it is gray and it is cold. That's why I got my sweater on and my knee hurts. Like I woke up with my knee just killing me. That's always a sign. So possibly, my friend. I'm a few hours from you. A little southeast from you. But stay Stay safe, stay warm, DL. Stay warm. Yes, superb choice, Mike Marino. I am going to do my best to try and reach out to this guy because I really feel like I need to add him to my collection of special effects friends. He's so good. He's so good. Brian and I really love just geeking out about this guy's unbelievable talent and dedication to work. And as you guys know, I super enjoy making fun of Army Hammer because the man is so self-deluded, so self-unaware that it's hilarious. Tommy says, I want snow, hence why I'm moving to the US to get more of it. There's never enough snow in the UK. Really, that surprises me. That really surprises me. You guys are generally colder than we are because you're so much closer to the North Pole than we are. You guys get a lot of rain, I know that, but I really thought you got more snow. Well, come on, Tomby, come on. I've heard tell that you will not be too far from me. You'll be in between myself and a mutual friend of ours. We're going to have to make a meetup happen. Says we get miserable weather here, but rain more than snow. I was right. Really thought there was more snow. But let's make fun of Army Hammer real quick because he's got it coming. They're putting it down as Call Me By Your Name Star. Why don't we call him Man from Uncle Star? I like that so much. I've never seen Call Me By Your Name. But anyway, Army Hammer says he tried hooking up with a man because women are the worst. Oh my God. The controversial actor who started the steamy Oscar-winning gay romance, Call Me By Your Name, says he tried hooking up with the dude one time, but it didn't work out. It was hilarious, Hammer said on a recent episode of Army Hammer Time podcast. Oh my God. Because I was like, you know what? Like, women are the worst. Gay dudes seem to have it so easy, like so easy, he said before giving an example. I'm at a restaurant, my phone blows up, and I'm like, it's like Grindr, and someone else is like, I'm at the same restaurant. Do you want to, oh my gosh, in the bathroom. And he's like, hey guys, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And then you get up and you go to the bathroom and get up and you come back and you're like, what was that? So I was like, you know what? Wow. The dude is weird. The dude is weird. Okay. Like you tell women you want to bite their face off and eat it. And you say that women are the worst. I wonder why women have been the worst to you. That little question rattling around in my brain. Could it possibly be you? Could it be you? Good morning, Loki. We're making fun of Army Hammer. He is an absolute weirdo. He is, yes, a deviant. Like, what on earth? Stop giving this man a platform. That's just disgusting behavior. It's disgusting behavior. If you want to experiment, that's fine. But why are you making that so public? Why? Somewhere out there, a tree tirelessly producing oxygen for Army Hammer. We owe it an apology. Facts, Tomby. This dude just is a walking reason for birth control. He's an advertisement for birth control. And he comes from an insanely powerful and wealthy family. An insanely wealthy and powerful communist family. His name is Armand Hammer. Arm and Hammer. That was his grandfather's name. The whole family is messed up. But it's just he's like walking proof that the elite class is not all there. Wow. You're absolutely right, Maria. None of our business. It's none of our business. That's how you know someone's desperate for attention. Desperate. Oh my gosh. It's such a shame. He's a good-looking dude, but what a maroon. What an absolute maroon. Well, that was fun. I enjoy making fun of Army. He's the worst. We got a first look at the Thunderbolts Funko Pops for those who collect. As you can sometimes see, I do have several. There's so many more that you can't see behind me up on a shelf. So here we have Thunderbolts Funko Pops. We've got Yelena. Oh, creative blue collar guy. I think you're onto something. Making fun of Army Hammer could be a daily segment, and it would be so easy. We've done it a couple times now. Maybe we should do it every day. Oh, but do we need to bring more attention to him? But it's so fun. Okay, so we have Yelena. And listen, I love David Harbour as Red Guardian. I think he's hilarious. Bucky, U.S. agent, which his name is Johnny Walker. John Walker. Fun fact, my great-grandfather's name is John Walker. So I always get a kick out of that. And then we have Sentry. We also have the picture of them in their boxes because that is important. John F. Walker. I don't know what my great-grandfather's middle name is. But there's the Funko Pops. I'm not going to lie. I am kind of hyped for Thunderbolts. Tommy says I would 100% be down for an Army Hammer daily roast, as somewhere, somehow, Hammer is robbing a village of its idiot. All right. There we go. I guess making fun of Army Hammer is going to be a daily segment. But not tomorrow, guys. Unfortunately, I have a doctor's appointment. And the only slot they had available is when I'm supposed to be live. So I won't be here tomorrow. But I'll be back Thursday. And we're going to talk some Daredevil Born Again and make fun of Army Hammer. Loki says that Red Guardian one will either sell out or won't sell at all. I think it's going to sell out. I think a lot of people really like David Harbour as Red Guardian. He's great character for him. Oh, wow, that was bad. He's great character. Stop, Danielle. I can't help it. I can't help it. He's great Funko Pop. Everyone, buy Red Guardian Funko Pop. So bad. What do you guys think? You gonna get some Thunderbolts Funko Pops? I might have to get Red Guardian and Yelena and U.S. Agent. I might have to get one of the U.S. agents for my grandmother because it has his name on the front of the box. And I think she might get a kick out of that, actually. So, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. You gonna get some Funko Pops? Get some Funko Pops for Thunderbolts? Again, that movie looks way better than I thought it was going to look. I am pretty pumped for it. Far more than I was Captain America Brave New World. Good Lord. That was not good. It felt like an empty shell. That movie felt like an empty shell. It was absolutely 1,000% a sequel to Incredible Hulk. And Hulk, Bruce Banner, should have 1,000% been involved in some capacity, whether it's he's off planet right now and gets a phone call or something. I mean, this was dumb. And they've released the official look at the leader, and now it just looks so bad. Why that decision? Why that choice to make him look like that? It just super weird. Loki says he's supposed to be the last of his kind, but he's returning to his home planet. So okay, so let's go ahead and read this since Loki's jumping ahead of me. Loki's running the show now. This says Vin Diesel has Vin Diesel has indicated that he's developing a Planet X Groot movie. Disney wants their Planet X, which some say it's Marvel's most anticipated movie, the film where Groot returns to his home planet. Okay, so it says he returns to his home planet. It doesn't say that there's other Groot there. So, Loki. I don't know. What do you guys think? I've not heard one person mention Planet X or a Planet X movie. Not one. I don't know where that's coming from. So, I mean, it might be cool, but I also feel like Marvel needs to slow down. Because they've stopped focusing on quality and switched to quantity, which we all know. I'm not saying anything that hasn't already been said. But every time they say, we've learned our lesson, we're going to slow down, there's going to be less coming out, we're going to focus more on what we're working on to make it better, then it's like they're testing the waters with things like this. Weed the People TV, hello, welcome. And Hulk wasn't even in his own sequel, shakes my head. I agree with you. I was just saying that. Wasn't even in his own sequel. So stupid. Nobody wants a Groot movie, he says. Yeah, I haven't heard one person talk about it. Not one. So I don't know where this Disney wants their Planet X movie, which some say it's Marvel's most anticipated movie. Is it a joke? Is he joking? Because it feels like a joke to me. I've heard nothing about it. So you do you, Vinny. You do you, Vin Diesel. You do you. All right, what else I got in stories? And then we could just gab about Daredevil. Robert Pattinson says he fucking hopes to begin filming the Batman 2 soon. I fucking hope so. I started out as a young Batman and I'm going to be effing old Batman by the sequel. It's for Hero Magazine. I do not think this movie is happening. I just don't. It keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. There's no completed script still. I don't think it's happening. I think Matt Reeves and James Gunn butt heads. And Gunn wants him out. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't know either of them personally. All I know is that there's no updates. None. It's been years and there's still nothing. Oh, it was supposed to come out next year. It was supposed to come out the year after that. It keeps getting pushed back. I just don't think it's happening. Tomby, it's shifting right too easily, in my honest opinion. And we haven't seen enough concrete evidence of feet on the ground and a thing happening. Exactly. So that's a hell of a cliffhanger from the movie and the Penguin series. It is. And there's no forward motion on this film. Zero. They have said multiple times when asked about it, there's no completed script. Loki says Gunn's ego is too big for anyone else to share the spotlight, in his opinion. Possibly. That is possible. I mean, you have to have a massive ego to be successful in Hollywood, to the point of mental illness. You meet enough of them, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They are the main character. But, that's what gets you to the top. That's what's important to you. I can't say I know Gunn personally. Good morning, Penny. You're on your way home from Women on Missions? Oh, I hope it was very fulfilling. I hope you had a wonderful morning. Loki put himself on a flipping comic cover for Superman variant. Can't say I wouldn't. Should I put my face on my comic book cover? Which, by the way, if you guys want to read what I have written so far for the comic book adaptation of my book, One Foot in Darkness, join my Patreon, patreon.com/comics and 3 different tiers, starting at $3 a month. You get behind the scenes outtakes, extras, ask me anything, requests, official chat, your own exclusive merch, rank and insignia in the official Nerdling Army. So check out patreon.com/comics and you can read the first, I'd say 15 pages of my comic. I mean, no artwork yet, just script. But you can tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I need feedback. Good morning, Nicole! Good morning! So there's that. I don't think Batman 2 is happening. If it does, it's going to be so long. And like Robert Pattinson said, he's going to be effing old. He's going to be old by the time they get to it. So, this is something that, another thing that's on my Patreon. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, go to patreon.com/comicsand. It's where all the exclusive stuff goes for the official Nerdling Army members. Anyway, I came across supposed scripts for Doomsday and Secret Wars. Supposed scripts. And, you know, spoiler warning, if you read those, obviously. Again, I'm not sure how legit they are, if they are legit at all, but I found them. They're on my Patreon, and for $3 you can read it. But it obviously shows you what all characters are going to be in this movies. So this one is, or this story here is something that, you know, confirms at least part of the script is legit, I guess. The entire OG Guardians of the Galaxy return in Avengers Doomsday. Rocket, Groot, Mantis, Drax, Gamora, and Peter Quill will appear in the film. We'll see. I mean, there's at least 2 things saying the same thing. But again, take it with an absolute grain of salt. This is rumor. And from what I know of Dave Bautista, he's just done with Marvel. He's so done with it. He's won it out for so long, and he's lost so much size. He's not beefy anymore. He's a damn near skinny guy now. So we have 2 things saying Drax is going to be in it. Again, the scripts are on the Patreon. Who knows though? Who knows? But tell me what you guys think. Would you want to see, like, is that a thing you need in Doomsday? Weed the People TV says, I would hope everyone returns. I mean, it's Doom. Everyone needs to help everyone. That's a true story. And from the concept art leaks we've seen, it's definitely God Emperor Doom. And he's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Okay, that's all I had in the stories here. That's all I had in the stories. I don't know why that landed on so many feet. That's super weird. Yeah, here's your leader. This is just awful. Captain America. Brave missed opportunity. Brave missed opportunity. Why? Why this creative decision? It just looks awful. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. Good morning. We're just talking about the Patreon. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Create a blue collar guy. Looks like some kind of nuclear burn victim. That's what I was thinking. Is that the choice they were making? Because it's gamma radiation. It's just like cooked him. But you can see the brain folds, you know. So obviously they're trying to show that his brain grew, you know. So why not just go all in and make his head big? Make him look like a swarthy, intelligent gentleman that he was. I don't get it. Create a blue collar guy. We're assuming that another last minute change with all the reshoots. Possibly. The first concepts, We the People TV, were absolutely far better. Far better. This is what happens when you run off and fire all your amazingly talented creative minds over stupid shit. This is what you get. This fella right here. I just poop. All right. Let's talk Daredevil Born Again. It comes out tonight, the first 2 episodes. Now, I've heard some crazy stuff, but then I saw someone else say that it was a misleading comment. All right. This came out an hour ago. So I saw a review saying they saw all 9 episodes. I'm excited for tonight too, Taco Cat. I really am. That's why I wore red. This person said they watched all 9 episodes and they thought it was amazing, but it didn't have the religious ties, they say, for like the first one, which makes 0 sense. 0. Because being a devout Catholic is a corner piece to the puzzle that is Matt Murdock. But then I saw someone else say, no, that's not true. That's misleading. They do have the religious ties. So we shall see. We the People TV, can't wait. It's going to be darker than the last time, hopefully. That's what I've heard. That is exactly what I've heard. How was I muted? How was I muted? I didn't even hit mute. How was I muted? And none of you told me. Shame on you. You're all fired. Nobody told me. Okay, so Daredevil Born Again star Vincent D'Onofrio has confirmed that the revival originally was a completely clean break from Netflix's Daredevil. We also have new promo art and Marvel Legends action figure. Here's the thing. We heard this before. Okay, this is before they reworked it. Here's the thing. A few years ago, Stephen S. DeKnight, the showrunner for the Netflix Daredevil series, was very angry because he said that the show actually did connect to his series. I mean, how could it not? It's got Charlie Cox and the same cast. And he was mad because he claimed that they were saying it had no connection to his series, so they didn't have to credit him or give him any money. Then around the time of the writer's strike happened, I was trying to make a joke and I was really bad at it because I'm awkward. And he kind of got mad at me. He was like, I would never want anyone to go on strike and lose. I'm like, I'm not saying that. I'm sorry. But after that writer strike, suddenly they've reworked everything and it does connect to the Netflix series. We've heard nothing from Steven S. DeKnight since then. Like nothing. He's at no point has he said, "Oh, I'm getting paid now." Woohoo! Like nothing. But I remember vividly that this dude was very pissed off that he felt like Disney had totally ripped on his series and wasn't paying him or giving him credit. Born Again was originally going to serve as a reboot for The Man Without Fear in the MCU. Hawkeye and She-Hulk Attorney at Law made that clear, as did the decision to recast Vanessa Fisk for the Disney revival. That did not make that clear, bro. None of them made any of that totally clear. Vanessa wasn't exactly I mean, she was an important figure for Fisk, but I wouldn't say she brought the whole show together. Come on now. The creative overhaul changed things, and the series now will serve as Daredevil Season 4. Didn't it have a Season 4? I'm so lost right now. It's also set to forge a new path for these characters in a world inhabited by other superheroes. During a recent interview, Kingpin actor Vincent D'Onofrio confirmed that Daredevil Born Again was originally planned as a completely clean break without Deborah Ann Wall and Eldon Henson as Karen Page and Foggy Nelson. The way we finally ended up doing it worked. It worked really well. It needed the connection to the Netflix show. Indeed. Yes, it did. It needed the other characters to come back. It needed all the familiar faces. The other iteration wouldn't have had that. It was straight up, hey, forget what you just saw. This is what we're doing. That was tough for me to swallow. We felt emotional about not having the others back, because our success in that show, we believe, is not just because of us and the writing. We believe it's because the entire cast, Eldon and Deborah, those characters are theirs now. Nobody will ever play those characters as well as they did, as far as I am concerned. So it will just completely ignore Hawkeye, Echo, and She-Hulk. No, it will not. And in fact, Charlie Cox says that he and She-Hulk will have a reunion at some point. It's not going to do that. Another wave of Daredevil Born Again promo art has also dropped ahead of tonight's 2-episode premiere, showcasing Matt Murdock's new superhero costume. It's a big upgrade over both Daredevil and She-Hulk Attorney at Law, though it would arguably be perfect if it had the DD written somewhere on the vigilante's chest. I agree. Here we go. There you have it. Here's some more. These are pretty good. I like the promotional art. We the People. Is Bullseye's spine made out of adamantium? I don't know. I don't get screeners for TV shows. I barely get screeners for movies anymore. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe I'm just not that good. Maybe I'm just not good at this, and that's why they don't send me shit anymore. This one's really cool. I do like this one. See, Hasbro has also shared a first look at its Daredevil Born Again Marvel Legends figure. We imagine Hot Toys will be next to reveal its take on the Man Without Fear. So stay tuned for that, for the moment that it drops. So here's our action figure. Let's see what else we can find. What are you most excited for this series? I'm just glad to have something to watch again. How can you not love Daredevil? I love Daredevil. Come on. He's a disabled guy who uses his disability as a superpower. How? Come on. It's amazing. What's this? What's this? This looks juicy. Screen Rant. Probably not that juicy. Let's see what it says. Daredevil showrunner clarifies seemingly negative comments about Netflix series as Born Again earns rave first reviews, taken way out of context. Matt Murdock's will finally continue. That's like your first Screen Rant. Better editors, please. We'll continue in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the new Daredevil Born Again series, which is bringing the Marvel icon played by Charlie Cox back to the big screen, small screen, after his Netflix series ended October 2018. Back to the small screen. What? That entire first sentence, rework it. The Marvel Netflix properties officially became canon in the MCU timeline, allowing Marvel Studios to bring back one of the most popular superhero eras of the 2010s. The new Daredevil series is not an official revival. Yes, it is. Rather, Daredevil Born Again will honor the legacy of the original series. This is all wrong. All wrong. Wow. I'm not even reading that anymore. Come on, guys. IGN. Let's see what this says. Come on, guys. This is a conversation. You got to talk back. Tell me what you want to see most in the first 2 episodes. Tell me what you're excited about. Are you going to watch it tonight? You going to watch it tonight? You going to watch it tomorrow? Tell me all about it. Comment. Daredevil Born Again's Charlie Cox promises every brutal, violent moment made it into the show. How do you translate the R-rated Netflix series to the family-friendly MCU? By not changing anything. With Daredevil Born Again debuting this week, stars Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio have been making the press rounds, talking about the process of taking the very R-rated violent Netflix series and extending that story for what D'Onofrio says is essentially a 4th season on Disney+. The thing is, the Disney Marvel shows tend to be much more family-friendly affairs. Bone crunching isn't really a thing over there, or at least it didn't used to be. There were practical effects in Born Again behind the monitor. We're just like, we didn't know you could do that, laughs Justin Benson, who directed the season premiere with his filmmaking partner, Aaron Moorhead. That is just, that it just happened in camera, and it should be said that Vincent should get a lot of credit for one of the biggest gags in the show. He was a team leader on that, and it benefited. We the people, Foggy must die for Matt to go save. It's true. I think he's going to die. Sorry, I didn't mean to take that off there. I think Foggy's going to die for so many reasons, because Charlie Cox has said, like, there's something that's really sad that happens, and I'm not even sure it was the right choice. And then whenever Eldon gets asked, are you excited to start filming season 2, which they've already started filming, he's like, I think it's just, been an honor to be here. Yeah, he's dead. Foggy's dead. Foggy dead. D'Onofrio, who plays the kingpin of crime in the show, Wilson Fisk, agrees that much of the credit for some of the moments go to the special effects team. Woo! Yeah! Just a bit biased there. And while they're not giving away the specifics of that particular scene, the team all agree that they can't believe it made it into the final cut of the episode. It was all practical, the actor tells IGN, which is to say, not a computer-generated effect. After we accomplished it, I went home that night, and because it went so well, I thought it's never going to be in the show, no matter what. But the moment did make it, and not in an altered state to downplay how violent it is either. No softening it up, says Moorhead. Cox recalls doing scenes as Matt Murdock Daredevil where they had to shoot alternative versions because the likelihood is that leg break or that whatever wouldn't make it in. And without exception, every one of the more brutal, more violent breaks or moments or pieces of action is in this show. Ha! Backyard TARDIS. Nerdling first class. Backyard TARDIS says, I wasn't a fan of the Netflix show and gave up mid-season 2, so this will be a pass for me. Yeah, this isn't up your alley. But it's up mine. That kill box scene That kill box scene in season 1 of Daredevil became the standard. That became the standard. Absolutely amazing. The fight choreography, the action in that show, just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Amazing. Violence is cool and all, but how about superhero things? I don't think it's going to let us down. I've heard some amazing things. Amazing things from people I trust. So, of course, I will reserve my final judgment for when I watch it this evening, and I will definitely tell you guys all about it. Recaps of where the show will lead will be crazy fire. Yeah. We're going to recap Thursday morning because I won't be here Wednesday. I'm so sorry. I have to go to the doctor. It was the only time they had available. The Defenders are totally coming back. They've been teasing that so hard across social media platforms, especially the Canadian accounts. They don't give a Okay, so the action behind the Netflix Daredevil series was always street level and gritty, as the parlance goes. And the mission statement behind the new version, once it was settled upon after some behind the scenes pivots, was to maintain that approach. MCU or no MCU. Even little touches like Matt breathing so heavily after an intense fight scene are meant to drive home not just how human Daredevil is, but also that there's an emotional drive behind the scene beyond just punch guys. We've already tried to do that on the show, says Cox, to make sure that every punch or kick is almost like a line of dialogue. And there's a reason for that, for it to be there. And where possible, I'm not trying to excuse the violence of our show. We always make sure that it's not just grotesque for the sake of it. Good, because I don't like that. I'm not a fan of slasher stuff myself, because I always felt like it was an excuse, to make up for poor acting, directing, writing, etc. What people don't necessarily realize with the stunt sequences is if you're shooting a scene of dialogue and two people are talking, those words will work from anywhere. You can put a camera anywhere, and that's up to the discretion of the director. When you're doing an action sequence, stunt coordinator and second unit director Phil Silvera is doing a previs. He's writing this, he's choreographing the scene over the weeks leading up to the scene. But if one of the lines of dialogue is dialogue, sorry, Christy, I'm so sorry. I hate this weather. Missouri. If one of the lines of dialogue is a punch, that might work from the camera angle that he's using in previs. But we get there on the day, and the directors want the camera to be over here, and that can't work as a punch anymore. That now has to be an elbow or a kick because the angle of the camera might suggest that we can't sell it that way. This feels like they have put more thought and preparation into this show than virtually any of the MCU projects of the last 5 years. That's great. That's a good sign. You really get adaptable, and so do the directors. There has to be a conversation, a collaboration in order to make those sequences work. Because also, fight sequences take a lot of time. You can do 14 pages of dialogue in a day. You could do maybe 1.5 pages of action in a day. So time is really valuable, and you've got to be able to work and adapt quickly. The hallway fight's got to be bloody. I don't care. Those kill box scenes, Daredevil set the standard. We need more of them. And they're going to. They're going to give us another hallway kill box because that's like the most famous scene from the entire Netflix series. D'Onofrio points out that the action only works if real people emotion is at the core of it, and he promises terribly emotional stuff from Daredevil Born Again. You have some funny stuff and a lot of action, and you have real relationships that are failing and succeeding and failing and succeeding through the whole story. It's important to the actors and the directors to not romanticize the violence, and perhaps that is part of why it can work, whether it's in the Netflix show or now in the MCU, because it's always being used in the service of continuing Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk's stories and evolution. Nice. I'm really looking forward to this. I really cannot wait. I really cannot wait. Everything I'm hearing about it is just making it sound better. D'Onofrio points to Harrison Ford's everyman performances. He's waiting for somebody around the corner and he's got a gun and his hand is shaking. This sounds great. Anytime they were in a fight or they were holding a gun, they looked nervous, he said. They carried their own humility into the action scenes with them. And I always thought that that was the way to go. That made it look real to me. Gary Cooper and Sergeant York, when he takes aim, when he becomes the sniper, it's the humility in his eyes that you see. It's amazing. I think that helps action stuff a lot. We're all very conscious of it. That's great. So what do you guys think? Are you super hyped for this show? Are you kind of meh? We know that Nick is it's not his bag, baby. But what about everyone else? How does this make you feel about watching the series, hearing all this information? Does it make it more hype? Build the hype for you? Does it lessen it? Does it do nothing at all? Newsweek even has an article about it. Nicole, I'm looking forward to the series. So am I. Big time. Big time. Newsweek has a story. It tells you which comics to read. Born Again is the name given to the story, written by Frank Miller, drawn by David Mazzucchelli. In the Daredevil number 227 to 233, the story hit shelves in 86. A crucial year in the evolution of superhero comics. It was the same year that introduced fans to Watchmen and Miller's own Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. Curious to see if we will see Maya. I'm curious to see if Karen ODs, because she did in Born Again. She dies. Maybe they're switching it to Foggy. The different helmet colors still got me fanning out. Oh, yeah. That was a great scene. My favorite in that trailer was the helmet by itself falling to the street. They really lingered on that. And then later you see Fisk holding one of those horns that was broken off of it. Amazing cinematography, at least in the trailer. Born Again opens with heroin-addicted Karen Page selling Daredevil's secret identity for drugs. The name makes its way up the criminal food chain, and eventually it gets to Wilson Fisk. Using his influence, the Kingpin makes the name Matt Murdock synonymous with corruption. Matt loses all of his money in his apartment, first to the banks, then to a firebomb. He's framed for jury manipulation and barely escapes a prison sentence. Homeless and increasingly paranoid and violent, Matt decides to confront Kingpin face to face and is beaten nearly to death by the crime lord. At the same time, Karen Page is on the run. Kingpin has had everyone else who knows Murdoch as Daredevil killed, and Paige narrowly escapes and starts making her way to New York City. Daily Bugle reporter Ben Urich's investigation into the plot against Matt is central to the story, including the threats made against him and his struggle against a preternaturally strong nurse who nearly kills him. We can completely guarantee the aspect of the tale won't appear in the new TV series, considering Ben Urich, Bondi Curtis Hall, was killed off in the first season of Daredevil. After his battle with Kingpin, Matt is nursed back to health by a nun who we soon learn is his estranged mother. While he's taken everything from Murdoch, Kingpin still wants to kill the hero, and he draws him out of hiding by dressing up a mental patient as Daredevil and sending him after Matt's friend Foggy Nelson. This comic is wild. This comic is totally wild. And if they even adapt half the show is going to be seriously well. It's going to be the wildest thing that Disney has ever put out. With Matt finally physically and mentally recovered, the story races to an explosive climax, with Matt clashing with the twisted, pill-popping super soldier Nuke, who Will Travel played in Jessica Jones. The first 3 seasons of Netflix's Daredevil already used some of the aspects of the original Daredevil Born Again. We'll learn soon if the new TV series is just Born Again by name or if it will pay tribute to its namesake. What do you guys think? How many of you have read Daredevil Born Again? How many have you not? How many of you have not? That's what I meant to say. It's wild. It's very visceral. It's extremely visceral. Highly recommend. Penny, what time does Daredevil drop Eastern time? 9 o'clock, I believe. 9 p.m., sweetie. So it's 8 p.m. for me, 9 p.m. for you, 6 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. Nicole, I'm looking forward to Kingpin. I'm curious how they will bridge Echo to Daredevil Born Again. I am very, very curious. Very curious. We the People. I've never read it, but I heard it's a classic. Highly recommend. Go to readcomicsonline.com. Is that? Let me see if I can find you this link and post it in the chat for you, because this is what I use. Comic Online. Oh, is that gone? Well, I tell you what. Do this. Go to shopapotheosis.com/comicsand. Use code comicsand at checkout and you'll get 10% off. They have it. They have everything. So go to shopapotheosis.com/comicsand. Use code comicsand at checkout and you will get, I'll save you some money. You get 10% off. But get Daredevil Born Again. Get a subscription box while you're at it. Grab a couple things. They got all kinds of stuff. But check that out. Read the book. I don't think you'll get it in time for tonight, but that way you'll have it. Hooray. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sorry that I'm not going to be here tomorrow morning to talk about it. Maybe I'll pop on later. Who knows? I am going to record today. I'm going to record a breakdown. I'm going to do the Achabi breakdown today. And then I'll have that out either later this week or next week. Gotta give me some time. Oh, thank you, We the People. Hey, I do get a little bit of a kickback. It helps keep the channel on. It does. I have to say, you guys helping out and like with the buy me a coffee, like the QR code up here or the link, using that to tip me little bits here and there, it keeps this going. Like there's Cash App, there's the buy me a coffee. All proceeds go to paying for the software so that I can live stream and so that I can record and edit breakdowns for you. So there's the buy me a coffee, there's Cash App, pardon me. There's the Etsy store, and all these links are in the description below. So the Etsy store, there's a Redbubble store, there's the Patreon I told you guys about. 3 different tiers. You get exclusive merch every 3 months for the first year that you're a member. There's Zenny Optical, where I get my glasses. Cora's Vault, superhero collectibles. You can use my code there too. If you have dogs, Leash Boss, I have so many different options. So if you need literally anything, let me know. And chances are I got a link for that. But all your help is so appreciated. And like I said, I'm able to pay for the software so that I can continue to stream for you guys every single day. I am a member of the Red 5 Network. We do look good in red. Yes, we do. We are a collective, a family, if you will, of exclusively nerdy content creators and podcasts. So if you like this content that I'm putting out, chances are you'll like the rest of the Red 5 family. So check out red5.bio.link today for all your nerdy podcasting needs. You can check out my website. My website's got some stuff. Yeah, some stuff. It does. All my links and everything are right there on the website. Check that out. We are Red 5. We are Red 5. But I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Again, I'm not going to be here tomorrow morning. I got a doctor's appointment. So dumb, right? But I'll be back by the latest Thursday morning, and we are going to talk Daredevil Born Again, the first 2 episodes. Yes, we are. I don't know if I'm going to do a full breakdown because that will melt my brain. But we're definitely going to talk the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again. But I got to go for now. I got to go record a breakdown. So the next breakdown I'm doing is the question for Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. So I got to hurry up and get this thing out there again. And I've got a lot of writing to do. I got a lot of writing to do for the comic book. Again, if you want to see what I'm working on for the comic book, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/comicsan. Omari, what's up? Good morning. Maybe a spoiler-free stream first, then a spoiler discussion later. If I am able to stream tomorrow, we'll do the spoiler-free review tomorrow, or at least post a spoiler-free review tomorrow. How's that sound? And then we'll do the breaky downy full-on discussion Thursday. Deal? Deal. All right, guys, I'm out. I gotta go. I got a lot of work to do. But until then, be nice, be kind to one another, stay safe, and keep an eye out. Keep an eye out because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!